So, are we ready for the next? So for the 406, I'll call to order the joint meeting of the Glendale City Council and Successor Agency for July 20th. May we have roll call?
Councilmember Agajanian.
Present.
Brotman.
Here.
Kasakian.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
And Mayor Devine.
Here. And for the Successor Agency? Do we need to take roll for both?
We do not.
No, we do.
Okay, thank you. As was previously
We
announced.
should,
We do.
should take roll for, it's the same members, just read the same roll call.
Correct.
Successor Agency Agajanian.
Present.
Brotman.
Here.
Kasakian.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
And Mayor Devine.
Here. Okay. If you've been watching the previous meetings, you are aware that we were due to open City Council and the afternoon meetings to the public, but due to the Delta variant and COVID numbers going up, we are delaying the reopening of our city facilities for afternoon meetings and as a reminder for tonight at City Council. But you can view the meetings on Charter Cable Channel 6 and AT&T Universe Channel 99, and we are streaming in high definition online. And there's a free app called ScreenWeave on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire devices. Just choose Glendale TV. If you have a public comment during this meeting, please call 818-937-8100. City staff will be submitting these questions and comments in real time to the appropriate person during the Glendale Housing Authority. What is next, please?
Community development regarding findings in support of the proposed transfer of former Glendale Redevelopment Agency owned property to the City of Glendale for government use per California Health and Safety Code Section 34181. Property located at southwest corner of Brand Boulevard and Glen Oaks Avenue, consisting of public right-of-way and APN 5644-013-905, 907, 914, 915, 917, 919, 921, 923, 924, 929, 930, 934, 935, and 936 created by Los Angeles County Flood Control District prior to construction of Verdugo Wash. The properties referred to herein as the row wash parcels. One, Successor Agency resolution finding the row wash parcels proposed for transfer to the City of Glendale are for government use and authorizing the Executive Director to execute a grant deed and any other documents necessary to effectuate transfer of the row wash parcels to the City of Glendale for the appraised value of $33,000. City Council resolution authorizing the city manager to accept the grant deed and to execute other documents necessary to effectuate transfer of row wash parcels from the Successor Agency to the City of Glendale for the appraised value of $33,000. 3, resolution of appropriation in the amount of $33,000 from the unassigned general fund balance to the capital improvements fund to fund the purchase of row wash parcels for the appraised value of $33,000.
Thank you. Mr. Galanian?
Yes, good afternoon. Mayor Devine, members, City Council, Housing Chair, Mr. Kasakian, and Housing Authority members. I'm just going to turn it over to Tamar Saad, our Senior Admin Officer with our Economic Development Division. Tamar?
Thank you. Hello, Mayor Devine and members of Council. Before you today is a recommendation to make findings that the subject property located on the southwest corner of Brand Glen Oaks and the APNs read into the record by the City Clerk is for government use as defined by Health and Safety Code 34181, and therefore can be transferred from the Successor Agency to the City of Glendale for the appraised value of $33,000. In 2012, redevelopment was eliminated, and with that came the creation of the Dissolution Act, which dictated what shall happen with former agency assets. In 2014, Glendale created the Long-Range Property Management Plan, which outlined the disposition of all agency assets. The subject property for discussion today was inadvertently missed during that process. However, properties that were constructed and used for governmental purposes, such as roads or parks, like this subject property, are transferable to the responsible governmental agency. The property totals approximately 87,000 square feet and is comprised of the following 2 contiguous areas: The first, outlined in red, is the wash parcels. It is 14 adjacent parcels originally acquired by the Los Angeles Flood Control District for purposes of constructing the Verdugo Wash Flood Control Channel between Brand and Central. Due to engineering limitations, no buildings may be constructed on the Verdugo Wash. However, it may be capped, landscaped, and traveled over. The second area in green is the public right-of-way located between Glen Oaks and the Verdugo Wash. In 1988, pursuant to a development agreement with the Red Lion Hotel, the redevelopment agency assembled the parcels in question and constructed the cap above the Verdugo Wash to provide landscape improvements and an access road from Glen Oaks to the hotel. The cap portion was obtained with the stipulation that the Los Angeles Flood Control District reserves a paramount right to use the property for flood control purposes and that ability not be impaired. In exchange for the construction of this vehicular access road, the hotel owner was required to maintain and repair the Verdugo Wash deck, the access road, sidewalks, and all landscaping and hardscape improvements in the easement area. The easement also ensured the public retains access to the small urban park. This area was constructed for governmental flood control purposes to provide vehicle access and for public use, and it supports the intention of the Health and Safety Code for transfer for governmental use. As it is the agency's obligation to divest itself of all assets expeditiously, the successor agency did commission appraisal of the site. In developing an opinion of value, the appraiser took into account the easement encumbrances and the development and use limitations due to the flood control channel and public right-of-way usages. Staff is requesting the agency adopt the findings for governmental use, that both the council and agency authorize staff to enter into the grant deed agreements, and that the council appropriate the funds needed to transfer the property. Following council and agency approval of this item, staff will again present this to the Los Angeles County Oversight Board, 5th District on August 12th, and then pending their approval, presented to the State Department of Finance, who has 40 days to approve this action. This concludes my presentation, and I'm available to answer questions.
Are there any questions? I'll need to see council in order to, thank you. Are there any questions or comments on this item?
I would like to move the item.
Is there a second?
I apologize. We need on item number 1 is successor agency, and then the other 2 items are for council.
I'll make the motion. I'll second it for the successor agency. And if Mr. Agajanian makes it again for the council items,
Yes,
I'll
for the
second them
council
for the
item, yeah.
council items for 2 and 3.
I just have one question before we go to roll call.
Go ahead, Mr.
So
Councilmember.
just so we're clear, the city is still maintaining this, and it's still subject to the easements of the Glendale, Hilton, et cetera, correct?
That is correct, Councilmember Najarian. All of the easements would remain in place.
Would remain, okay, thank you.
So we'll have roll call, please, for the successor agency.
Councilmember Agajanian,
Yes.
Brotman,
Yes.
Kasakian,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes,
and Mayor Devine.
Yes, and for city council for 2 and 3?
Councilmember Agajanian,
Yes.
Brotman,
Yes.
Kasakian,
Yes.
Najarian,
yes.
and Mayor Devine.
Yes. And with that, may I have entertain a motion for adjournment?
Move to adjourn for council.
Second.
Move to adjourn for successor agency.
Second.
Second, we are both adjourned. Thank you. And now I will call to order the Glendale City Council meeting for July 20th. And shall we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Agajanian,
Yeah, present.
Brotman,
Here.
Kasakian,
Here.
Najarian,
Present.
and Mayor Devine.
Here, present. And just to remind everyone that may be watching at this point that council chambers will be closed tonight and until further notice. What's next, please, Mr. Jimian.
1A would be conference with labor negotiators, the city designated negotiators attending the closed session are Rubik Kalanian, Michael J. Garcia, Jillian Van Meiden, Matt Doe, John Tucktayan, Silvio Lanzas, and Michelle Flynn. The names of the employee organization are Glendale City Employees Association, Glendale Management Association, and Glendale Firefighters Association. Unrepresented employees, executives, and confidential employees. B, conference with legal counsel pending litigation, Sanchez versus the City of Glendale, LASC case number 19 STCV 24143.
Thank you. Mr. Garcia, do you intend to report out on any of these items?
We do not anticipate reporting out, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Then we will recess to closed session. Thank you.